Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I am Maui Paul, and we are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. And we're going to be doing it with my I Am deck. This deck is full of empowering, and powerful affirmations, things designed to really help us understand the truth about who we are. And so I want to say thank you so much to everybody who is here for being here, for helping me create this positive space on the internet. I see Lauren, Brenda Jean, Frank. Good morning, all of you. Good morning, Shauna, as well. It's wonderful to see all of you here today. So yeah, we're going to go through an affirmation on one of my I Am cards. And these are digital cards, but I actually have a physical version of these as well. So if anybody is interested in that physical version, just let me know. I'll be happy to get it over to you. But for now, we're going to be working with some brand new cards. And so these exist only in the digital world at this point. And what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you if you are the affirmation on the card. And what I'd like for you to do is to say out loud, I am that affirmation. As we affirm these things together, we are bringing them into our lives. And really, as adults, we have a responsibility to ourselves. We have a responsibility to ourselves to say these good things and to affirm ourselves. And when we are, excuse me, when we are children, we have other people oftentimes affirming us. At least if we have decent adults around us, they say good things about us. And as we become adults ourselves, we become responsible to say that, because the number of people who say good things about us as we become adults is less and less as time goes by, because people are concerned with themselves. And the real world, and the world of grown-ups has a lot of different stressors in it. And so we are all fighting our own battles. We are all on our own journeys. And so let's make ours better by affirming today something empowering. So yeah, let's without further ado, let's just say that today I am limitless. I am limitless. I transcend old beliefs and discover new ways to be. So I am limitless. I transcend old beliefs and discover new ways to be. Are you limitless? You are limitless. You transcend old beliefs and discover new ways to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write that down in the chat. And as I do, I am making this more real for myself. And I encourage you to do the same thing. I see Josiah, you've already written it down. Frank, you've written it down as well. I am limitless. I transcend old beliefs and discover new ways to be. That is who I am and how I live. And I chose an open road for this card. I chose a road that's open and straight and stretches out to the horizon. And when I thought about this card, when I thought about the imagery of this card, what does limitless mean to me? To me, it means like limitless possibilities. And it means that the road ahead is straight and it's narrow, and we know who we are. We have so many options in life. We could take any path we choose, and yet deep down inside, we really know who we are. We know what works best for us. And in its ultimate permutation, life is very much like this. It's a very straight road that stretches out into infinity. And of course, there are plenty of pictures that I could have chosen to express this, but I chose one that was shady and comfortable and comforting. A lot of the pictures that people take of roads that stretch out into infinity are by necessity in wide open places, which are typically like deserts with mountains in the background and stuff like that. And so, but it didn't look very comfortable. And so I found this one with the trees that were shading the path. And as we transcend our old beliefs and as we discover new ways to be, we do so in comparative comfort. And so I just felt like this was a very cozy image, and an image that is really worthy to be on one of my cards. So I am limitless. I transcend old beliefs and discover new ways to be. And so do you. Honestly, when I look at the folks who have gathered here today, It looks like Donna, you have joined the call, so good morning. When I look at the folks who are here, I recognize that we do transcend our old beliefs. That each and every one of us is evolving in empowering ways. That we are becoming new versions of ourselves, and as we do that, as we become new versions, we are just working toward the ultimate version of ourselves, the ourselves that we see when we close our eyes and we imagine who we could become. That's who we are becoming. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Susan. It is wonderful to see you guys on the wake up call this morning. So we are just talking about how we are limitless, and how we can transcend our old beliefs. And ultimately, we have to transcend our old beliefs. You know, when we are born, we are given some ideas about who we are. We're given a nationality. We're given a religion. We're given a name. We're given an identity in so many different ways. And our responsibility as adults is to rethink these identities, to rethink who we are, and to recognize that the identities that were given to us, these broad strokes that were given to us, that we did not choose, that we got because of chance and circumstance, that these identities probably don't define us in the way that we would like to. And as we transcend these beliefs, we recognize that it's not always going to be popular with the people who gave them to us. And that is one of the reasons why so many people don't transcend them, why so many people take the thing that they were given and live life that way. When I started hanging out with people who go to Burning Man, they have this concept, they call it the default life, or life on default settings. And life on default settings is life based on whatever you were given when you were young. If you were born into a particular religious group, or a particular political affiliation, or a particular way of being in any way, and never seek to change that, never critically look at that, never think about that. That's the default life. And in order to be limitless, we have to transcend that default. We might not change the identity. We might keep that religious affiliation. We might keep that political affiliation. But we've thought about it. We've critically considered it. We've considered all of the other people who have different opinions than us and came to the same conclusion. And so our being limitless comes with it a responsibility to actually question the default of what we were given. And that's what we affirm today, that we are limitless. So I am limitless today, and you are limitless too. And we together are transcending our old beliefs and discovering new ways to be in each and every moment. And I am really proud of all of you for working at it. Brenda Jean brings up a valuable point. How do you know your physical limits if you haven't even tried it? And we often talk ourselves out of trying things, physically, mentally. It doesn't matter. We consistently talk ourselves out of doing things. I like to say, slaves argue for their chains, and what that basically means is that people who are enslaved by a particular thought pattern argue for that thought pattern, and because a belief is nothing more than something that we think over and over and over again. And the strongest beliefs are the beliefs that we've had since childhood. The strongest ones are the ones that we've thought over and over and over, long before we learned how to critically think. And I would argue that a vast majority of people have never learned how to critically think, because critical thinking is incredibly uncomfortable, because it makes us question things that we think are true. And it makes us, or it forces us to look at the people who believe differently than us with compassion, with an eye of compassion. So let's be limitless today, and let's inspire other people to be limitless through our limitless behavior. Let's transcend who we think that we are in the process of becoming who we really are. And let's follow that long, straight, and narrow path all the way to the ultimate versions of ourselves. I want to say thank you guys so very much for coming by. I see that Mima, you have joined the broadcast. Welcome. It is wonderful that you came over here today as well. Thank you guys again for just being here, for being a part of this. Y'all are absolutely amazing people, and I appreciate you being here to create a positive space on the internet with me. I will return tomorrow at 9 a.m. with another wake up call, and we will work through yet another empowering affirmation. So until then, I just want to let you guys know to remind you that I love you and care about you, and that I do this because I believe that this is true for all of us. The people who attend later, I know there's about 200 of you who will watch this later, and I want to say thank you for coming by and for just witnessing this powerful message today. So I will come back 9 a.m. tomorrow. Until then, aloha from paradise.